I know I'm late on this topic. I'm really late to it. In my defense though, traveling 5,000 miles across the globe for 2 weeks tends to put a dent in plans. The Mineplex shutdown news was literally announced as I was at my airport gate, and all I could really do was just sigh in disbelief. But more has happened since, and even though I'm still late, albeit slightly less late on that, I still wanted to express the type of impact I think all of this will have. I'll start at the beginning for my sake so I can catch myself up on what's happened. Back in the middle of May, while an announcement was never officially made, it was confirmed that Mineplex had permanently shut down its doors. For those that watched my video talking about Skyblack add-on shutdown, I noticed a lot of similarities between the two closures. The announcement came from a Discord message by someone other than the owner after the server had been inaccessible for a few days. The announcement and an outside video discussing it led to a rare reply from Simon Minecraft himself, reacting to the news in an unusually aggressive and lengthy manner. His response pointed out the shortcomings of the current owners, which led to their closure in the first place, and even made a really strange point regarding AI that I don't think would have been much better, before ultimately deleting the response a day or two later. So Mineplex is gone for good. It does not make it past 2023. Who would have thought? Story over. Mineplex will be remembered. It'll be talked about for years, is what I thought would be the case. But roughly a week or so later, it gets reported that another source outright bought Mineplex. That source being former Mineplex admin and current Overwatch main, Samito FPS. A story that he confirms himself not too long after. Since this announcement, Samito has gone on to announce his basic goals regarding Mineplex on Twitter, both in tweet form and video form, as well as a detailed video on his channel. And while he says nothing specific is on the table yet, he says that the potential is crazy, and that they're focused solely on executing.
There's so much potential here. There's so many good things that this network has done for so many great people. It started my career right from day one. I was fortunate enough to just happen upon the server right before it was founded and play better MC and play champions. And you know, it's what led to my career in Overwatch. It's what's led to so many amazing things in my life and amazing people in my life. And it just deserves so much. There's nothing for us to celebrate yet, right? Like the mentality, when I said the mentality around this company has changed, I mean it. There's one thing and only one thing we are focused on right now. That is execute, 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 execute. Right? You know, there's no champagne to be popped. There's nothing to celebrate. There's a lot of work for us to do. And we're not even at the starting line. We're at before the starting line, right? But we got some very talented devs ready to roll.
The goal at the moment seems to get Mineplex back in the partnership program, and all I think we know at the moment is Bedrock will be prioritized. And once that happens, we'll probably hear a bit more down the not too far road. So that's what's been going on with Mineplex over the past 2 weeks. And as someone who, you know, has been pretty solely dedicated to Minecraft, but the other server, for over 10 years now, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in the matter here. Overall, I would say while I'm happy Mineplex isn't gonna be dead, I am pretty torn on Samito being the new owner or CEO, whatever he's gonna be. There's aspects I outright love, and then there's aspects that maybe I'm not quite fully sold on yet. But I wanted to lay them out, see what you guys think, and I'm gonna start with what I love. Just in the first week alone of Samito announcing this, he's been more open and shown way more transparency than I think Hypixel shown in the past year combined. Samito's made it clear more so in his Twitter video that he's gonna be a more Jeff Kaplan type of owner, which Simon hasn't really been for a while. With the exception of the tweet shown earlier, you really don't see Simon around anymore, despite him technically still being in charge of the Minecraft section of things. Whenever any actual updates are given out, it never has that we see and hear you feeling. It feels closer to a Wolfram Von Funk tweet than anything. While it's definitely too early to tell if this will last, I can see Samito being a fully committed, all hands on deck owner, but I can also see him really diving into the nitty gritty about the process with everyone. It could be a really interesting way to learn how server development works, and it could pave the way for future servers to learn and better themselves. Owner talking to players equals good. I'll also say the experience of Samito, despite being away from Minecraft for a while, is an added bonus. When I talked about Time Dio being promoted on Hypixel, I brought up a similar point regarding that, and Samito being a day 1 player of Mineplex can't go ignored. It's the complete antithesis of hiring people from outside sources who maybe have perhaps never touched Minecraft in their lives. Am I going there? That's up to you to decide. I think Samito also understands that home field advantage when it comes to who's brought in as the developers and staff. He's already started to announce a few of who's part of the team, and it's been promising so far. Alright, I'm gonna get into what I'm not so sure on now, and I'll be a bit more blunt straight out of the gate with this. Likely you guys probably already know the direction I'm going here.
Healed, can my hog grow a fucking nutsack? Yeah, forget it. These kids are brain dead.
What? They're on his head, double sniper! What is this hero? Holy shit! Stop what you're doing right now and revert! 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 Oh my god, these kids are so bad, bro! Why would you not go back into spawn?
I can't get behind his vibe, especially when he's playing Overwatch. Now, I get there's entertainment value in content like this, and even though it's never been my style personally, I can understand people who do like it. I mean, look at my channel. My last short was a rage clip. But
the day that I saw that they were changing the ranking system and there was no comp in the betas, that they were changing up the system for no reason, I knew it was gonna be shit. I knew it was gonna be fucking shit. And everybody said, oh, well, Samito, you're just toxic, you only complain. Oh yeah, well here we are with a dog shit, objectively worse rank system.
This isn't the best look. His behavior when he's upset or under stress really concerns me, especially if he's gonna try to run a server like Mineplex and bring it back to what it was. And while he's apologized for acting certain ways and doing certain things in the heat of the moment before, it's hard to fully ignore that when he is in the heat of the moment.
And it gives a fuck about, get the fuck out of here. You wouldn't say that shit to me in LAN because I beat the fucking shit out of you. Okay, get the fuck out of my stream. Never come back. No one loves you. Kill yourself.
He can sometimes cross a line. Now, as I was planning out what I was going to say for this video, he went on to announce in a new video of his that he would be stepping away from Overwatch as his main game mode, and basically reiterated how all of his commitment would be directed towards Mineplex. And while I'm still happy with his intentions regarding the server, I wish I could say this video put all my concerns to rest, but it did not. I was kind of disappointed to see him only solemnly bring up his recent behavior, and I was also disappointed to see him supposedly blame only the game for making him feel this way.
I'm just so tired of sitting here powerlessly watching and wasting my career here when I could go pursue other things. Like, the reality of Overwatch is, and this is just where Activision Blizzard as a company entirely has taken it, is it's just going to be a mid-tier game. And, you know, that could be sustainable for them. That could be great for them, and they could make that work. But for me personally, I'm too competitive, man. I'm in everything I'm in to win. And whether I end up winning or losing, you know, I've lost plenty in my career. I've lost plenty in my life. I made plenty of mistakes, right? But, you know, I don't regret it because that's just the kind of man that I am.
Go! Knock, knock!
Oh my god, my team is garbage. Oh my god, my team is garbage. Yeah, they're trolling. That's just the kind of man that I am.
Is Overwatch a rage-inducing game? Obviously it is. Believe it or not, folks, I've also gotten annoyed playing Overwatch. I've gotten frustrated. I've gotten upset. There were moments where I had to quit and sleep it off. But do you know who else experiences this? Literally everyone. Literally everyone. And do you know what else is rage-inducing? Every game that involves PvP ever. It really doesn't excuse how you act. You gotta take a chill pill sometimes. There's zero need for this. And the video also made it clear he's not completely retiring from these streams, so this behavior could likely still continue. And despite what I or anyone else really thinks of it, there's a pretty good chance it can reflect poorly on him in the business overall. Look, in most fields, the owner is usually the figurehead. They're the ones that set the tone and culture for the community. And when Samito is here screaming and cursing out people constantly during his streams, I think it sets a pretty negative precedent for what could be considered acceptable behavior on Mineplex. Now, if these clips were older, from like years back, I could forgive it easier, but there's still compilations being made from just weeks ago. I think Simon also sometimes acts under an impulse, and that's backfired on occasion because, as someone who's stuck with Hypixel for so long, these players will wait for the tiniest slip up from staff and immediately use it against them to justify any gross behavior. I just think if Samito doesn't tone himself down, Mineplex could very easily tarnish its brand reputation. You can't expect people to take you seriously when you try to enforce these respect all player rules on your server, and then exaggeratingly don't do that every stream you have. You could cause more trouble for your staff than needed. And I haven't even mentioned the potential damage to business partnerships with companies who maybe don't want to be associated with that kind of behavior. Remember how I said earlier that Samito's trying to get Mineplex back in the partner program? What if that doesn't happen due to it? All of a sudden, the server experiences a massive setback. And the last thing Mineplex needs right now is for the owner to be a distraction. His behavior has gotten him in trouble before, and rather than attempt to change it for the better, it seems he's only further doubled down on it. Companies nowadays are far more willing to terminate partnerships for good, and with Mojang starting to take action on servers for literally nothing, I think Samito's gotta start reeling it in a little bit if he's gonna improve and rebuild Mineplex the way he says he wants to. And that doesn't mean I'm not rooting for Samito to succeed. I think it'd be ridiculous for me to not want Mineplex to thrive. I can obviously think of far worse people to take that owner role, but I'm hoping my concerns are able to be put to rest or proven wrong. But all we can really do is wait and see. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think Samito's gonna succeed in his goals? Do you think he'll become the next TubaNet? Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. I got a lot of topics to catch up on after my break, so expect a bit more videos than usual for the road ahead. If you found the video informative, entertaining, or simply a good way to pass time, why not consider subscribing to the channel? Subscribing is a simple and totally free way to support what I do, and it ensures that you'll be the first to know when I upload new content. Plus, it truly means the world to me. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.